Hello and welcome to another Stellarian Games video. Today we're going to be taking a look at how to make a lava island. This is continuing our lava series that we've been working on over the last couple episodes. It started off with a lava ultimate dungeon terrain tile and then built on a couple different things that could go along with that lava board. These lava islands could be used on either side of the board. They could be on the plain lava side, so you'd have these floating islands with lava spewing into the huge lake of lava, or it could be onto the more crusted side, just spilling lava from kind of hot spots in the crust of the lava. So it could be used either direction, but I made a couple of these lava terrains, and we're going to be taking a look at how to make those. So let's go to the table and see how this is done. Okay, to start this craft, we're going to use 2-inch XPS foam, cutting these into random lengths. I decided to dig right into carving this, just to give it some rough shape to get a better understanding of what my end piece might look like. As I started digging into it, I realized I needed to really start the stacking process without digging into the upper layers. So that's what this is doing, adding those other layers that will be the vertical stack rather than a horizontal stack, using that kitchen knife to really tear at the foam and create some nice texture. Then shaping and sizing the pieces so that they fit together, one on top of each other, and texturing and shaping that one as well, making sure that it would be ready for the layer below it. Then I'm using some hot glue, carving them together, and then continuing shaping it with that kitchen knife. And you can see I drew the line where that other stack will be glued to, and then texturing that as well. So just working my way around this piece, shaping, sizing, stacking, gluing. There really wasn't too much of a method for this other than making sure that everything fits and try to keep it as organic and kind of natural as possible. Cutting in some crevices into the side and then really taking off large chunks with the kitchen knife to make sure that it didn't end up looking too square when it was done. Adding more stacks to give it a little bit more depth and interest, and texturing and shaping all the way around. Now I didn't record the process for all three of the hills that I made, but the process is essentially the same. The 2-inch foam block in the middle to be the high height, and then some 1-inch and 3/4-inch slices to add as the stacking side pieces. Just lots and lots of texturing with the knife to give it the nice rocky, kind of torn rock look that a volcanic rock would have. I'm carving in some slots where the lava will be spilling out, and then I'll use hot glue at that point to fill in the rest. I'm using a thin wire and poking it into where that hole is, and then shaping it so that it cascades down onto the rock below, and poking it in down below so that it's adhered both at the top and the bottom, so that when I start hot gluing it doesn't shift around on me. I'm just letting hot glue pour down that wire and coat the entire wire all the way down to the bottom and let it pool out onto some parchment paper. The parchment paper will not stick to the hot glue when it is cooled and cured, so it'll be easy to peel off and have that nice pool of lava at the bottom. I'm letting the hot glue kind of pour, cool, just so that I'm not adding a continuous hot stream to it. That way it's getting a little bit more texture rather than just kind of one big puddle of hot glue. Now adding the hot glue down the side, letting it pour down, and again pooling it at the bottom. Because it is so hot, it does end up eating into the styrofoam just a little bit, but that's alright. It kind of has that lava eaten in look, which is good. adding a final layer to some of the cooled sides, just kind of rotating around, hitting them as they cool. Once everything is cooled, then we can add the black paint and Mod Podge. Just coating the entire piece in the black paint Mod Podge mix so that it has a nice hard shell. Once that is dry, I'm adding some gray paint with a really light dry brush just to highlight some of that texture and make the piece pop a little bit. Now I'm coming along with some white paint and painting the lava streams. This will be the undercoat underneath the lava. The white paint really helps the red and orange paints pop in color. So I'm just adding a little bit of red here and there, and then really coating the thing in orange. That's going to be kind of the primary color. Coating all of the oranges on all of the pieces. And I'm doing these even while the other paints are wet, so it ends up mixing a little bit of that orange and red. And while it's still wet, I'm coming along with the yellow paint and adding it more at the top, trying to hit more yellow at the top to make it look like it's very hot at the top, and then cooling as it flows down a little bit. All of the pieces get that yellow with cascading down to a little bit more orange. At the bottom on those puddles where the lava would be kind of pooling out from the bottom, it would also reveal more of that hot lava. So here are the finished pieces. These are just 3 of these lava domes, and it really highlights the flowing lava, adds some really visual interest with the separation of lava from the rock, and probably will add some challenge for players if they have to duck underneath actual lava flows, etc. So I hope you like this video. If you do, please hit the like button and subscribe, and we'll see you again next time. Thank you.